Grace to you and peace from God our Father and our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Amen. It is only 10 days away, just a week and a half, till one of the most popular holidays in this country rolls around once again. An event that an estimated 93% of all American kids participate in each year. Halloween. Candy, more candy, and pumpkins and plastic spiders and vampire mat decorations and of course costumes. Now, other than the wide-eyed, frenzied anticipation of that annual sugar rush, there is few things in this world that a kid looks forward to more at the end of October each year than to dress up in a costume. Kids, those of you kids who are in that age range, I'm sure you've had your costumes picked out for weeks now, haven't you? Might be a favorite character from a favorite movie. Might be a costume your mom is forcing you into because you found it on Pinterest. It might be one of those incredible costumes that people have every year. The pirates or the princesses or the athletes or the ballerinas. No matter what it is, there's just something about pretending to be someone you're not. You have to put on the clothes and you carry the accessories and play the part. Almost makes you feel like that person you're pretending to be instead of the kid that you really are the other 364 days a year. But it's not just kids, is it? There are plenty of parents that get into the holiday too with decorations and maybe putting their diet aside for the day and maybe digging their hands into some gross pumpkin innards and even putting on costumes themselves. But no matter who dresses up as what, and no matter how much fun both kids and adults can have on that day, it doesn't last. After that mad dash from house to house is over, and after you turn off that front light so no more trick-or-treaters can ring you on your doorbell, the night's done. And the next morning you have to get back in a sugar crash and get back to your life. Kids, you're going to have to go back to school on Thursday morning, November 1st this year. And parents, you're going to have to drag yourselves to work. Hopefully, the candy buckets are placed a little bit higher out of the creepy little hands that run around, and the pumpkins will start to wilt a little bit in the sun, and the costumes, no matter how good they were, can be packed away again for another year. Because that feisty little boy that had a plastic sword and an eye patch the night before never really was an actual pirate, no matter how many stick-on tattoos he had on his arms. And that well-intentioned parent never really was the actual Cat in the Hat, no matter how much time they put into making that tail swing just right. And that cute little girl never really was an actual Disney princess, no matter how loudly she could sing Let It Go. It was all pretend. It was fake. It was fabric and makeup and a dash of drama, but it was never actually real. We saw earlier this morning that the Bible says the Son of God took the form of a human being. He wrapped up his uncontainable power and his unfathomable majesty in skin and muscles and tendons and hair just like any other human body. He disguised his glory with a mask, but it was more than a mask. It was better than any Halloween costume there has ever been because he wasn't pretending. He wasn't faking it. He wasn't just putting it on a show for a time to set it aside later. The Son of God actually took on the very nature of a human being. When God became man, it was more than a mask. It was a real thing. That's what Paul told us today in the letter to the Philippians that I read earlier. I'm going to read again that first part. Though Jesus was by nature God, he did not consider equality with God as a prize to be displayed, but he emptied himself by taking the nature of a servant. When he was born in human likeness, and his appearance was like that of any other man, he humbled himself and became obedient to the point of death, even death on a cross. Jesus is and always will be God. He is equal to his Father and the Holy Spirit in every single way. Jesus has existed from eternity, for example, which means that he never really had a beginning. He's never going to have an end. Jesus is all-powerful as well. The Bible even says that everything in this universe was created by Jesus and through Jesus. Jesus is praised by tens of thousands of angels, and he is worshipped in full force by all Christians in heaven because he is the one that sits on the throne and rules over all things. And yet this Jesus, though he was by nature God, did not consider equality with God something like a prize to be displayed. That phrase might sound a little bit strange. But the reason it's used in the Bible is because back at that time when armies fought against other armies and nations fought against other nations, the army that came out victorious would go back to their capital city to a grand and victorious parade through the city streets. And as the army marched through the city streets, they would carry with them the spoils of war, the plunder that they had taken from the other city or the other nation, so that the citizens could cheer them on as they carried with them the possessions that they now had in their hands. That's the word used for Jesus here. Though he was by nature God, he did not consider equality with God as a prize to be displayed. Jesus was equal to his Father. But when he came to this earth, he did not want to flaunt it. It was not his intention to publicize it as a prize to be displayed. Instead, he emptied himself of his power and his glory and his majesty and his splendor, and he put it behind his back for a second. He still had it, but he rarely used it. And whenever he did perform a miracle or something similar in his life, he always and only did it for someone else. So think of the incredible miracle that happened to Jesus. Though he was by nature God, he took on the nature of a servant and was more than a mask. He wasn't pretending it. He wasn't faking it. He didn't just kind of look like a relatively poor Middle Eastern Jewish man whose job it was to serve others. And he wasn't just putting on a show to be kind, considerate, and helpful to other people around him. The Son of God actually became the servant of the entire human race. And not just to help us, not just to lend a hand, not just to give us a boost so that we could get going on our own, but to do what we couldn't do. And to accomplish what we couldn't accomplish. And most importantly, to be who we will never be. And why did he have to do that? Because let's face it, who we are on the inside is sometimes so ugly and so awful and so defiant that we don't want anyone else to know about it. When I was a little kid, probably around the age of some of the preschoolers in this room today, I was always confused about something my grandma would always say. Whenever we would visit her, before she went to bed, she would say, "Well, I'd better take my face off." I finally realized it was because she needed to take her makeup off before she went to bed, but it was confusing to a 4-year-old. And then every morning she would say, "Well, I'd better put my face on." She had to put her makeup back on before she went out and about and people saw her in public. And whether you wear makeup right now or not, all of us are a little bit like my grandma sometimes. We want to put on a good face. We want to put on our best face when people see us. Not just physically either. We try to act nicer than we actually are. No? We pretend that we are happier than what we really feel like sometimes. We try to put on a show that we are on top of things and we know what's going on, or completely in control, even though that might be a far cry from the truth. We put on a good face, and so we cover up the crazy. And we hide the psychotic. And we try to put a mask over anything that is angry or jealous, the disgusting and the horrible, all of that is simmering just underneath the surface, because you don't want everyone to know all the time exactly what you were thinking, do you? You don't want everyone to know all of the time exactly what you were feeling, do you? You don't want everyone to know all of the time what is really behind the smile and the politeness and the decorum that you are expected to maintain, do you? I don't. There's no way I want anyone to know what is behind the curtain in my heart. There's no way I want anyone to know what is really going on behind my mask. Because what's going on behind my mask isn't pretty. It's rude. It's heartless. It's self-absorbed and manipulative. It's everything I shouldn't be and nothing that I shouldn't. And so putting on a good face isn't good enough. Just slapping a mask over that kind of deep-set sinfulness isn't going to cut it. Because even if I fool other people out here, I can't fool my Lord. He knows exactly who I am and who I'll never be. He knows exactly what I'm thinking right now and what has settled into my heart long ago. He knows exactly those kinds of things that are gross and disgusting and repulsive, and He knows exactly what I deserve because of it. It's not a life in heaven with Him forever. It's the exact opposite. But my Lord also knows how desperately I need Him to be my Savior. That is where that section in the book of Philippians comes in. Though He was by nature God, He did not consider equality with God as a prize to be displayed, but He emptied Himself by taking the nature of a servant. When He was born in human likeness, and His appearance was like that of any other man, He humbled Himself and became obedient to the point of death, even death on a cross. When Jesus didn't have to, He appeared on this earth as a human being for me. When Jesus shouldn't have, He took my place and led a perfect life, and then turned around and gave me the credit for it through faith in Him. When Jesus was under no obligation to me whatsoever, He went one step further and took on the death that I was supposed to die. And it started with fists to the face by the high priest's posse in the courtyard. And then it turned into leather whips with stone tips on them that whipped His back. There were thorns in His skull. There was a wooden staff against His head. There was iron stakes through His flesh. And there was spit. And there was anger. And there was hatred for Him every step of the way. And it wasn't just a mask. Jesus bled. Jesus hurt. And Jesus went through an extreme amount of pain, not just at the hands of enemies, but at the hands of His own Heavenly Father. The one to whom He is eternally equal, unleashed on Him the full punishment of hell itself. Because that's exactly what we were supposed to get. And so Jesus took it, and it was horrified and was terrified. That's right, the picture I did on the front of your bulletins. Take a look at that again if you want on the front of that bulletin, because that is the Son of God Himself, taking the nature of a servant, suffering. That is the Son of God Himself, in the likeness of a human being, susceptible to torture and brutality. That is the Son of God Himself, in the form of a man just like any other man on this earth, ready to die. It was more than that. It was the real thing. And because the Son of God Himself went through the real thing, you are forgiven. Anything that you hold against yourself has been washed away in that deep, dark, crimson blood. Anything that you are now that you know you shouldn't be has been washed away in that deep, dark, crimson blood. Anything that you might fall into in the future has already been washed away in that deep, dark, crimson blood. There's nothing hanging over your head. There's nothing weighing down on your shoulders. There's no obligation that you have to meet before you are accepted by your Savior. Jesus is taking care of it all. Because He is not only God, He is man. He's not only man, He is God. Try to replicate that in the Halloween costume. The God-man. The one who died, but then 3 days later rose from the dead. The God-man who paved the way for our own resurrection from the dead. The God-man who has His body in heaven right now, but it's glorified. Because He sits on His throne and rules all things. There's nothing like that. There's nothing like Him. There's nothing like He has done for us. Keep that in mind 10 days from now. As you see kids and adults running around in costumes of various sorts of all kinds of different things, remember Jesus, who, even though He was by nature God, did not consider equality with God as a prize to be displayed, but made Himself nothing, and emptied Himself by taking the nature of a servant. And He even became obedient to death on a cross. That's more than that. That's more than a costume. That's more than pretend or fake or play acting. That is your sacrifice. That is your replacement. That is your Savior. And that will always be your God.